Where did you find these?
This is on the top shelf in the bookcase. This was at the farm.
I haven't seen these in so long.
This is the family Bible from 1853, and it's from my great-grandmother's mother and father.
Look at that.
I'm Doug Darling, and I'm an owner partner with Darling Farms LLC. Our farm's been in our family since 1833. The family migrated from Massachusetts here and settled, and we've been farming ever since. Here is the copy signed by Andrew Jackson for the deed for the property at the farm.
Okay, so your dad, remember when he passed away, it was God first and the earth, the soils second.
Farming was a hard life in a way, but it taught you values, it taught you discipline.
Right. And we instilled that in our boys too.
Elgin and I got married 63 years ago. Elgin was on the Soil Conservation Board, he was on Farm Bureau Board, and he just knew you needed to protect your land. You know, you're only going to have this land once, you know. Once it's gone, there's no more land, so. Doug was the 6th generation to farm here, so Dayton is the 7th generation, and that was very important to Elgin. It's good that I know there's another generation going to farm this farm, yeah. And you can tell me if it's good or not.
We live in the Western Lake Erie watershed, and water quality is front and center in the news. A lot of people don't understand what agriculture is or what we do or how we manage it. And one of the things that we do on our farm is some of the conservation tillage, some of the conservation practices, because we live here. Some people, when the economy goes soft, they can move, or their job shuts down or their plant moves. Farming, we don't move, we stay put here. And so we're concerned about the environment, the air, the water quality, both. And so this is how we do our part for helping manage to mitigate any kind of nutrient migration off the farm. Where we're standing right now is the middle of one of our filter strips. We've got over 49 acres of filter strips on our farm. And what this is under the Conservation Reserve Program, CRP. This filter strip then captures any of the nutrients that might migrate off my cornfield, and that possibly would get into where we periodically get flooding because of the development upstream. And so what we've done is to help mitigate any of that plant food from leaving our property and getting into the water and upsetting the water quality. We've installed these filter strips on a number of our farms. This is cover crop that was planted after this year's wheat. And you can see some of the wheat stubble, and it's a mix of oats, radishes, and soybeans is what we've got for capturing whatever nutrients that were left in the soil after the wheat crop, and it will then retain it until next year for our corn. So we've had multiple decades of trying to do things that are good for the environment, good for the soil, and good for water.
Being a 7th generation farmer is pretty interesting. It's really impressive because we're almost at 200 years as being a farm, and it's really quite a feat. There's not too many businesses that are that old and that are still going like that.
There's your definition of sustainability.
It's big shoes to fill, that's for sure.
You inherit your family, you inherit your heritage for what they did before you, and what did you learn from them?
I know that my grandpa, he always was saying that everything he did across his life, he was doing for me. All the stuff he's doing isn't for me, it's for my son and the next generation, you know. That just kind of feels good, you know, because you're taking care of the land. It's a resource that we have to take care of, you know, and we've really been really fortunate.
I'm Doug Darling. I'm a 6th generation farmer, and this is my sustainability story.